position. Okay, I think I've just done it. I have no idea what or where. Chris, say something real quick. I can't hear anything from you.
I'm just messing with you.
Dickhead. All right, let me see if that came. Yeah, I can hear that. That's coming through fine. Yeah. So, in case anybody didn't know, Chris is the show comedian. Now they know.
Now they know.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. Chris, who are you? What's your name? What do you do?
Oh, I didn't prepare an introduction. I'm Chris. I do IT stuff, and I admin the WinAdmins Discord. And I spend most of my days talking to Adam online.
What is the WinAdmins Discord?
It is a place where a whole bunch of geeky people come together to talk about just about everything Windows, and now Macs and Linux and everything else as well. Plenty of PowerShell.
How do we join?
By going to winadmins.io and clicking the Discord link.
Awesome. You're currently a little bit laggy. Let me fix that. Oh yeah, I need to change your latency mode to low and experimental. Say something real quick. I just want to check the lip sync.
Something real quick.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Your lips move in perfect harmony with your voice. That sounds weird. Okay.
That is the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Let's put something out on Twitter. Just say that we're live because we are an hour over. Just because time zones are hard. So where's that original tweet? And then we'll get going, saying what we're doing, and get on with the challenge. Yeah, quick with tweets. Live now. Hour late. Time zones are hard.
If you move to the States, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, if only, Yeah, but, I mean, why would I do that to myself, No, I'm kidding. Or unless you move to the UK.
I could do that. UK is nice.
Yeah, you could do that. UK is nice. Cool. Alrighty. I don't know. Where do we start? What do we say? What do we do? Where do we
I don't know. Let's look at the challenge. Maybe you haven't looked at the challenge at all, right?
No, I
you
haven't.
have no idea what it says.
This is
I've been
key,
very good about staying away.
Yeah, same. So this is key. So we should say that. So this is day one of Advent of Code. Advent of Code is a yearly thing, right? Of like coding challenges. It's like language independent. You can do it in whatever language it is. Generally, you get given a puzzle and you have to enter input into the website if you think you solved the puzzle, right? So you can write it in whatever language you want. And yeah, it's every day of December leading up to Christmas. You do it every year. And have you ever completed it all the way through before, Chris? Did you do it last year? No.
I looked at what I'd done in the past because I think I've always signed in with GitHub. And 2 years ago, I think I made it through like a week or two. Last year, I think I did the first day or two. But I'm gonna follow you this year. I'm gonna try and do every one.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah. No, I've been the same. I've literally done every day for a week and then bottled it. So no, I'm excited. I'm up for this. I'm gonna try and stream every session leading up to Christmas, but how practical that'll be, probably not very. We'll see. So yeah, the key thing is Chris and I have not looked or even read the challenge yet. A bunch of people in the WinAdmins Discord have, and we've actually joined the private leaderboard for that. Where's the private leaderboard? I can show that on the screen here. WinAdmins. So Mamu is currently number 1 with 24 and a gold star. Then Chris Dent, of course, and Cuties. So let's just look at the challenge. So number 1. Here we go. So do you want to read it out? Do we read it silently? Like, how do you?
I say read it silently because I think we'll read faster. Are you sharing it so people can read along?
I am. Yeah, you can't see my screen, but I am currently sharing it. Yeah.
I just see your big, beautiful face.
Okay.
Did you just blush?
Yes. Let's see. When the overboard alarm goes off, you rush up to see if you can help. Apparently one of the owls tripped and accidentally sent the sleigh keys flying into the ocean. Before you know it, you're inside a submarine and the elves keep ready for situations like this. It's covered in Christmas lights. Christmas lights, because of course it is, and even has an experimental antenna that should be able to track the keys if you can boost its signal strength high enough. There's a little meter that indicates the antenna's signal strength by displaying 0 to 50 stars. Your instincts tell you that in order to save Christmas, you'll need to get all 50 stars by December 25th. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available to you in each day in the Advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. As the submarine drops below the surface of the ocean, it automatically performs a sonar sweep of the nearby sea floor. On a small screen, the sonar sweep report, your puzzle input, appears. Each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep looks further and further away from the submarine.
This guy's very creative. Or girl,
It is.
or I don't know who runs this.
It is. So wait, I'm lost already. What's going on? We're in a submarine and there's a sonar sweep and
Yep.
there's a small screen, gives us a bunch of numbers.
And then each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep looks further and further away from the submarine. Maybe it'll make sense when we read the next line. This report indicates that scanning outwards from the submarine, the sonar sweep found depths of 199, 200, 208, 210, and so on.
The first order of business is to figure out how quickly the depth increases, just so you know what you're dealing with. You never know if the keys will get carried into deeper water by an ocean current or a fish or something. To do this, count the number of times a depth measurement increases from the previous measurement. There is no measurement before the first measurement. In the example above, the changes are as follows. Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't ingested that instruction well at all. Do you get it?
I think it's asking us to count how often the number increases from the one before it. Because if you look at the example there, so it starts at 199, which we ignore, but 200 is an increase from the 199. So you see they kind of highlighted or make it a brighter white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's increased from the last one 7 times. So I think we're just trying to count how often, if 199 in that list is n, then how many times is n plus 1 greater than n? Or how many times is n plus 1 greater than the one before it? I don't know the right way to say that. So you see 200 is greater than 199, 208 is greater than 200, 210 is greater than 208.
Right.
It's asking us to count how many times that happens. How many times is x greater than x minus 1?
Right, let me read it again.
Okay.
As the submarine drops below the surface of the ocean, it automatically performs a sonar sweep of the nearby sea floor. On a small screen, the sonar sweep report, your puzzle input, which is presumably the long list of numbers, your puzzle input appears. The sonar sweep report. Okay. Each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep floor looks further and further away from the submarine. Each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep looks further and further away from the submarine. As the sweep looks further? What's the sweep?
You know what? You know what confused me until you just read it out loud, and I think you're confused by the same thing, is I assumed that we're reading down, right? You're a submarine looking down, and I'm like, well, how does that keep changing? I think we're looking out. Right, so the first beam might be a foot in front of us, the second 2 feet in front of us, 3 feet, and so on. And how deep is the ocean floor as it kind of goes up and down as it goes out in front of us, not below us.
Okay, right, okay. So, for example, suppose you have the following report. Okay, so this report indicates that scanning outward from the submarine, the sonar sweep found depths of 199, 200, 208, 210, and so on. Yeah, okay. The first order of business is to figure out how quickly the depth increases. Okay, just so you know what you're dealing with. You never know if the keys will get carried into deeper water by an ocean current or a fish or something. To do this, count the number of times a depth measurement increases from the previous measurement. There is no measurement before the first measurement. Okay. In the example above, the changes are as follows. That's an increase. Yeah, it's a decrease. Yeah, okay. Okay. In this example, there are 7 measurements that are larger. Oh, okay. In this example, there are 7 measurements that are larger than the previous measurement. Oh, hey, do you know what's going to make this hard for you and me? We're both going to have different input, right? Are we? No, we're not. Yeah, we
No,
are.
I think everybody doesn't get the same input. Same input.
Do we?
I don't know. Hit get your puzzle input and read off the first few that you get.
So I got 193, 195, 204.
Oh, we do get different ones, but it doesn't matter, right? Because the input doesn't matter. Because
That's
the code should be able to
true.
run against any of it.
That's true. That's true. Okay, cool. So that's for the sake of let's use my input. Let me save to file, and then I don't know, I'll get the file to you somehow. Let's use my input.
I don't think it matters because we're seeing your file in the live share, right?
Yeah, it would just be easier if we were trying to do like run. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Anyway, so what's the goal here? To count.
Or we could just do this. We could just say depth equal. Just put them right in, and not have to worry about bringing a file in.
Okay. So this is something that I haven't actually shown yet. I've just opened up VS Code. So Chris and I are using VS Code live share extension, and we can kind of. So as you can see, I'm not writing or typing anything, and this is Chris's orange cursor, and he's just typed in his input. I wonder, Chris, if I collapse that variable now, does it collapse for you as well? Or
I don't know. Give it a shot.
I've just done it, so I can no longer see between lines 4 and 2005.
It is not collapsed. I also don't have a collapse option, which is interesting on my side, but on my side of the share.
On line 4, that's annoying. You can't collapse the variable depths. That's annoying. Well, I can, so I don't care.
It's all good.
Cool. Okay, so,
right, so we have all the depths.
We have to count how many times there's an increase from the previous, basically. So,
yep.
Is the last number an increase of the previous number? Yes. Okay. Increment a counter, basically.
Yep.
So we want to kind of loop over each one, and they did say the first. What did they say about the first? The first measurement. What did they say?
It's not an increase or a decrease.
Right. Okay. So we basically start from the first one. Cool. So
the first thing that comes to mind is just loop over every one of them, right?
Yeah. So for each,
when we look at Kristen's code, it's going to be some crazy. It's going to be some crazy code stuff I've never seen before.
Some kind of.
It's going to be faster than loop. I mean, looping over every number is going to be slow, but I think that's what you get to at least start with.
His would be some kind of nasty byte array with bitwise operators and something with awful kind of cleverness.
Yeah. Yep. I look forward to seeing it.
So we have to record what was the last one. If we can reference the index of the array, then we could. I think we need a for in range loop, not a for each loop.
So I don't know that you need to reference. Can't we just do? You're right. Actually, the way you're going.
We need to know. Yeah. We need to know the last value in order to discern. What's the syntax for a for loop again? I can't remember. We've got the initializer, the incrementer, and
start. Yeah, the incrementer, and then the end, what you wanted to stop at. So probably depths.length -1, maybe. I think.
I'm gonna Google it. For loop PowerShell syntax. It's such a rare one. I don't often use it. The initialization, the condition, and the repeat. So the condition would be, what would the condition be? depth is not
Uh,
equal to, or I is not equal to
no, I think
depth dot length or count.
it's kind of the while part of it. So I think it's while it's less than depth dot count or length or whatever it is.
Why is it not? Oh, there's no commas. Is that what is depth? Are you seeing my terminal? Are you seeing what I'm doing on your end?
I do, although it's a little wonky. Like
Oh,
the
really?
letters are a little jarbled.
Oh, really? Do you reckon that's because of my profile? What if I come out of my profile? Don't know if that helps or not. Yeah, interestingly, I just put. Oh no, I don't think I did put it in the session. How do I put that in the console? Oh wow, that's gonna take a minute. Depths. Oops. Yeah, cool. So how many is that? Count. Well, the condition would be we only want to do it for as many as there are I is not equal to depth.count, right? So we don't want to do it until or do it while. Do it while I is less than. Yeah, you're right. And then the incrementer is just plus. Yeah, cool. So I guess how do I reference the last one then?
What do you mean? How do you reference the last one? Oh, it'll be I minus 1.
Well, what I mean, what's the syntax? If I was going to get a position, is it like a hash table? Yeah, it is, because it's like a, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's an array. Yeah, and you can get it like that.
Cool.
So as we go through, we don't care when I is 0, but when we look at 1, oh, so maybe you want to actually start at 1. We don't want to look at the first. We don't want to look at the first number, which is 0. So it's probably I starts at 1.
No, we need to know if 121 is. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. No, you're not right, because we need to know. We need to know if 121 is greater than 119.
Right. So we want to start with 121 and say, is 121 greater than 119?
Yeah, so that's why I needs to be equal 0, so we can reference index 0.
But you don't want to start with that.
Oh, that's true.
You want to start with the first number and then look back 1.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good. And then we would just do -1, I guess, to work around that. So if depths position I -1, I guess. Are you seeing that? Is that coming through okay for you?
Yeah. Yep.
So if depths is greater than to the current, so depths I, then we need some other counter, because we're actually counting the number of increases, right? So yeah, I don't know, maybe J, right?
I like J.
Yeah, I like J too. J's a good guy. Is this it? Is that it? I think that's it.
So we're saying if the last one is greater than this one, well, that's not right. We either have to swap those around or change it to a less than.
If the last one is great, we
want to say if this one is greater than the last one.
So you think it should be less than with the current way round?
Yeah, or just swap the -1s.
Oh no, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now I'm thinking the condition. Do we need to do, because we're starting off on 1 for I, the condition. I'm highlighting the current condition in the for loop. Does that come through for you?
Yep, nice pink highlight right over it.
That's awesome. I'm thinking maybe the condition needs to be +1. Does it need to be +1 here?
No, I don't think the count doesn't change, right? It's still the number of things in there is the number of things in there.
Right. But when it gets to the last item in the list, it should
So
be just comparing with the last one. Yeah, we don't. I don't think we need a +1 there.
yeah, I think it would probably be -1 because the number of items in there, the last position, because it starts at 0, is 1 less than the count.
It's the last
Right.
position.
If we had 5 objects in the array, then the last object would be number 4. So the count, which is 5 minus 1.
Do you think that should be -1 there?
Yeah, I think it's going to work either way because I think I've accidentally not done it before, and PowerShell hasn't barked when I've gone past the array. But you know what? An easy way to test it is
I understand what you're saying now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I understand what you're saying because we started with an index position of 1, but arrays start on 0. I understand. Yeah.
I know a really quick way we can test it. Can I steal the mouse for a sec?
Yeah.
I'll try typing in your computer anyway. So let's a little crazy for a second. So what if we just do deps $i? Oh, I don't get autocomplete.
Oh, that's interesting.
What happens if can I run it? Do you trust the author of the files? Yeah, I trust it. Go ahead. I can't execute the code from my side.
Can you not? Not even if you
I cannot.
What if you highlight and do F8? Does that work?
This and F8.
Or if you right click and do run selection, maybe manually.
Let's try. Can't find launch JSON. I'm going to do the entire thing in F8. All right. So do you see it running in the console at the bottom?
No.
So that's only running in mine. All right. Well, we got to figure that out at some point. But can you see me? Oh, I can't type down there. Oh, because the terminal is read-only. We can share code, but the terminal is read-only.
Oh, I can change that. I think that's a thing for me to tinker with. I can do that. Share terminal, read write.
Oh, look at that.
Something. Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, that should do it. Try that now. Oh, nice.
Do you see it running now?
That was
all right.
That was nice.
So that
you got to hit enter one more time.
So 6212. Nope, I was wrong. I guess we don't -1 because the last one it shows us was 6212. So let's get rid of that.
What is the last item in the array?
6217.
Oh, okay. So we missed one. Yeah.
We can just count. All right, 6217. So that shows up as the last number now.
Still shows 6212 for me. Do you mind if I just rerun that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Did that show up for you? Did that rerun?
It did not. I still see my last run in the terminal.
Yeah, so that's what I had. What about that? I just did Hello World.
There's I have 3 different PowerShell sessions running now. One of them must be our shared one. So let me kill the other 2.
The one I see has squared brackets shared in the console name. Yeah, I see that.
Can you see me? Hey, all right.
That.
Okay. So we're good now. You want to try your code?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So then all we care about is J, right? So what's the value of J? 1,475. That's the number of increases. So this was your data set. Is that the right answer for you? Then that would be an indicator of, that would be an indicator of whether it's sound or not.
That is the right answer. We got a gold star. Throw your numbers in there so you can get your star.
Oh, nice. Cool. Where's my numbers? Here. Cool. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I find when I'm doing puzzles like this, ingesting the information as instruction is the hardest bit for me. Like reading the detail is the hardest. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm indenting that. That's completely unnecessary. RDP does
looks
this
prettier
thing
though.
for me where it kind of bugs out. All right, run all. Cool. Yep. And J is 1832 for me. 1832. That's the right answer. You got 1 gold star. Continue to part 2.
All right, congratulations. All right, go to part 2.
Alrighty, let's
Oh, boy.
you read it out. I reading among ourselves is hard. Go for it.
All right. So considering every single measurement isn't as useful as you expected, there's just too much noise in the data. Instead, consider sums of a three measurement sliding window. Again, considering the above example. Blah blah blah.
Wait, what?
I don't get it yet, but maybe if I read the next part.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And actually, I'm reading it off your screen, so I'm going to read it off mine next. All right. So start by comparing the first and second 3 measure windows. The measurements in the first window are marked A, 199, 200, 208. Okay. The measurements in the first, their sum is 607, hitting those 3 numbers up. The second window is marked B, 200, 208, 210. Okay. Its sum is 618. The sum of the measurements of the second window is larger than the sum of the first, so this comparison has increased. Oh boy.
I just right. Let's go again. Maybe my voice might do something for you here. Let me try.
I'm gonna take a quick look at the puzzle input because I want to know.
Is it? Do you get given the
It is-
ABC stuff? No.
You don't. You just get the list of numbers again, which it looks like are the same numbers.
Yeah, same URL.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, well, I don't think that matters.
Oh, okay. So the letters are just trying to show us that it's sliding. The first, the second, the third, the second, the third, the fourth, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and so on. So we're basically going to recreate that list of numbers based on that sliding window.
Wait, hang on a minute. Right, let me read it. Hang on. Considering every single measurement isn't as useful as you expected, there's just too much noise in the data. Instead, consider sums of 3 measurement sliding window. Again, consider the above example. Start by comparing the first and second 3 measurement window. The measurements in the first window are marked A. Their sum, okay. The second window is marked B. It's okay. The sum of measurements in the second window is larger than the first. So this first comparison increased. Your goal now is to count the number of times the sum of measurements in the sliding window increases from the previous sum. Okay, I understand. So compare A with B and B with C. Yes, okay. Stop when there aren't enough measurements left to compare a new 3. That is considerably more interesting, I guess. Yeah. So we have to count. We have to ingest 3 and move along, basically, and compare that sum with the previous.
Right, but it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and so on.
So we could probably still do a for loop, a 4 in range loop, just kind of move along 1 and then just like move, do like +3 on the index to ingest those 3 numbers. But the bit that I think might be hard is how many is in the list here. How do we?
2,000.
Was it a whole number? Was it 2,000?
It was 2,000, which is not divisible by 3.
So that's the thing. I think is that a problem? Because it says stop when there aren't enough measurements left to create a new. No, that shouldn't be a problem.
No, I don't think so.
Because we would get to 1998, and then we would ask for the index of 2001. It would be like, well, there isn't. So
right, it'd be null or something. And I think we need to. So do we do just the for loop again? And no, because we have to add up the 3 numbers and then compare it to the last 3 numbers we added up.
Correct.
So we need to regenerate this list of numbers. We need to take this list of numbers and create a new list of numbers from it to get the sliding numbers, right?
Wait.
So if we look at your numbers, we need to take 193, 195, and 204, add those three numbers, and that is the first number in our new list. Then we need to add 195, 204, 208, and that's the second
Oh.
number in our new list.
Yeah, I
So
like
we have to
that.
create a new
I
list
like
first.
that. Yeah, I like that. That's much easier. Yeah, that's much easier. Oh, we could do that, I guess. Yeah, I guess. That would be but what it would be but then you'll be kind of dealing with it in two swoops almost. You'll be kind of calculating the new list and then using what we've got already. That'll be
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fine, right?
Let's give it a shot.
That's actually I kind of feel like that's cheating a little bit. Do you not think?
How's that shit? I
Or
don't think.
don't you think a nice solution will be able to do all of that kind of on the fly in the sense that, hey, read the three in front, sum, then the next, compare, then read the next three in front, compare, read the next three in front, compare. That would be a bit of more of a rewrite, but your solution is certainly quicker and probably uses the 4 or 5 lines that we got already.
All right, which way you want to do it? Make a call.
Let's do it your way. Yeah, because it's easy. So how do we create a new list? So we got the list of numbers here. So I don't know, just depth new, I guess, right? And make it an empty array, I guess. And then, so what would that be? So I guess we would still loop. Oh, wait, no.
We're going to start at 0 this time.
So do we still want a new for loop?
Yep, because we need to create that new list first.
Yeah, that's right. And then we want to do it while I again is less than depths dot count, and then we want to increment I for each occasion. And yeah, I guess 1 through 3. So something like this, right? Maybe. And then position would be the PS item, maybe. Do you see where I'm going with this? Does maybe?
It's interesting that we both had the same idea and we'd go about it different ways. It's
What would you do? Because what I'm thinking here is how to get the next 3 numbers. What would you do?
I only want to get here. Let me steal it. So if I was going to do it, I think I would, and your way might be faster or better. Jumping all over the place. So I'd probably do something like depths. It was depths, right?
Yes. Oh, that's so much easier. That is infamously no. Let's do that.
I'd probably do if depths I plus 1. You know what I don't know is, I gotta check real quick. I don't know what it returns.
What why are you
go
doing?
Over it. So I need to know what it returns if I go outside of the array. So it looks like null.
Just null, yeah.
So, all right. So we say if either of those next numbers are null, then we're just going to stop.
Well, we'd have to do +2 because +1 could not be null, but +2, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Could that ever happen? Could +1 be null but +2 not be null? No, that could never happen. So I guess
the other way around. Yeah, +1 could not be null, but +2 could be null. So we would want to do the check here. Yeah. And then new sum, add new sum to depth new, I guess. In fact, you could just let me pinch this real quick. You could literally just kind of do the whole assignment here.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
And then drop it out to the stream.
Yep.
I think.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
That should do it, I think. Depths new.
So why don't we break here?
And then that would become our new list, right? That would be our new
Yeah.
list, and then we could feed that. We could feed that to this. This would then
Yep.
be depths new.
Yeah.
But
All right, so
ideally,
screw three.
this would probably do it. But what I want to do is have like a single file that works as is without needing to modify the code depending on whether you're working on the first part or the second part of the quiz. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because I've renamed this variable in here from depth to depth new. So maybe if we renamed depth to input list or just input list. Yeah, it needs to be input list. I can't use input.
Sure.
And then we had oh, this needs to be a function if we're going to do that idea. Actually, do you want skip that? We'll come back to that if this even works. This might not work. So that should be it.
I mean,
right?
nothing ever works the first time, but give it a shot. See what happens.
All right, so let's run that then.
This is your list.
Right, and then
So look at Jay.
Oh no, I have to rerun this. And now I look at J. 1830. Let's see. Answer. That's not the right answer. Your answer is too low. If you're stuck, make sure you're using the full input data. There are some general tips about the output. Too low. Did I enter something wrong?
Let me look at depths new. That doesn't look right. Or does it? I don't know. So let's look at the first number in depths new. 592.
Oh,
so
wait. We haven't done the we have. Depths new, yeah, that's way too big of a number. Actually, no, it's not, because the further you get down, the larger the numbers get, because the deeper the ocean is. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. So what are the first three numbers on your list? And do they equal 592? 193, 195, and 204 is 592. Cool. So that works.
Do the last one.
So where do we think it's going to end?
What do you mean?
What are the three numbers? Because it's going to stop. It's going to stop at some point, right? We think it's going to stop at 199, 198, 197?
Oh, what? Looking at the depth list? What do you mean? I don't understand. Sorry. 180. When do we think it's going to stop? We expect we expect it to sit here and then. Oh, do we not break out? Is that the issue? Still looping. Oh, but then we do nothing if we continue the loop, so nothing goes in the array. Yeah, no, that's not the issue.
But you're right. What are the last three? So 10954 plus 10965 plus 10983, 32902, which is what's in there.
Did you do that on the shared console or a different console?
No, I just had a calculator open.
Oh, okay.
Added the three numbers.
How can we validate what we've got and what it should be? Well, we've just validated, took the first three and the last three, so the list is good. The list of sums is good, but we're counting the number of increases incorrectly. Apparently, the number is too low, so it's suggesting that there are more increases. There are more increases than what we've given. So how many are in depths? 2,000. Really? I entered 18 something or other, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's the total number of deaths, not the total number of increases.
Correct. Yeah, and well, that's what's interesting. They're suggesting there are more depths than 1800, but that's getting closer.
Remember, we're gonna have like 6,000 numbers when we add 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, right? So what's depths new dot count? That's weird. So we're adding 1, 2, and 3, and then I switches to 1. And then we're adding 2, 3, and 4, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Oh, we need to start at our first number.
Why?
Is that the same? 1830?
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, so it's not that. All right, so let's check this. 607. That should be 195 plus 204 plus 208 is 607. Okay. So are we counting the increases wrong, or are we counting the increases wrong, or are we messing up the number somewhere else?
I think our depth new is good. I think that logic's good. I think we're calculating a new list correctly. We're getting
Okay.
the number where we are summing the next three, putting them in the array, move along one, sum the next three, move along one, and we do that until +2 is null. I think depth new is good, but then that doesn't make sense then, because you would have thought that the little for loop that we had initially for the first would have been reusable, but it's not. I feel like that should still be 1.
Yeah, you're right. It should still be 1. You're right. So
Let's read it once more. Start by comparing the first, second, 3 measurement windows. The measurement in the first window are marked A. Their sum is yes. The second window is marked B. Okay, its sum is The sum of measurements in the second window is larger than the first, so this first comparison increased. Your goal now is to count the number of times the sum of measurements in the sliding window increases from the previous sum. So compare A with B, then B with C, C and D, and so on. Stop when there aren't enough measurements left, comparing new 3 measurement sum. Yeah, I feel like we understand. In this example, consider the sums of 3 measurements. I don't know how many sums are larger than the previous. We totally understand the problem.
all right, so let me try this. Let's go down here and let's say that depth is the sample numbers: 199, 200, 208, 210, 200, 207, 240,
Oh yeah,
269,
that's a
260,
good point. Yeah, use the
and
sample numbers
263.
because we got the answers here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cool. Did they tell
And
us
then
what the number should be for that? 5.
6, but it
Oh,
should be 5.
ooh, that's interesting.
Uh, yeah,
So does that mean that my answer is 1/8? But it said my number's too small, didn't it?
1831.
But yeah.
Okay, so let's look at depths new. So let's compare that. So 607, 618, 618, 617, 647, 716, 769, and 792. So that matches. And if we manually count the increases, it's 1, 2, 3,
3.
4, 5. So there should only be 5 increases.
So we're bumping J too much.
Yeah. So let's
Is it the operator? Less than?
this one is less than. No, you'd think that'd be okay. All right. I would take shit for this, but it's right host.
What are you thinking?
I'm just gonna put them out in the console. Oops. I -1. I'll reverse them that way they match what we have there. I hate not having autocomplete.
There's something jazzy going on here with. Yeah, that's better. There you go.
All right.
So what's J? Should be.
So 208 and 210, which are the. Oh, why is it giving me? Oh, because it's depth new. Sorry. Oh, that's what we messed up.
Is it what?
We're looking at
Depths.
we're looking
new.
at depths instead of depths new.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you got rid of the sample data, but it should be right. That should be.
Although now it's 5. Good, and 5 matches.
Oh no, yeah, the sample data's still there. That's good. So that should be it now. So let's get rid of that then.
Yeah, take it.
And then that was. I'm glad you were awake for that. 1858. So that's.
All right, give it a shot.
Still my data, I think, right? That's the right
It
answer.
is your data.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna paste mine in.
Cool. You got hit enter again. There you go. And then now you got to find out J. 1516.
15.
So now we got the answer. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard real quick. But one thing I want to do before we knock off is private leaderboard. Oh shit! I nearly left it. That was close. Cool. Yeah, we both got 16. 4th and 5th. Nice. Why are you on top of me, bastard?
You want to know?
No. Yeah, what I want to do here is to kind of make it work so that if I was to redo challenge 1, I don't really need to do anything other than change depths. Is that hard? Can you get rid of your highlight? The orange is making me sick. Cool. Is that a lot of effort for not a lot of gain? Do you see what I mean? Because if I change depths and reran the whole script file, then yeah, because depths new, right? Because depths new is used, and we calculated a new list. Is that irrational? Is that dumb? Maybe, or maybe we just kind of split it out. You know, have just comment it out and say this is for step. This is for challenge 1 and this is for challenge 2. The main driver for it was so that if I looked at the script file again in like a week or 5 years' time, I would hopefully understand what parts of the code solved which challenge, part 1 or part 2.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Does that make sense? So this was part 2, right? And then part 1 was just pretty much that.
Yep.
Which I guess is one way of doing it.
Yeah.
That doesn't break anything, does it?
Run it, find out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I could just do that. Was that the input I had? Let me look at my clipboard history. No, that wasn't the input I had.
You broke it.
What? What's different though? What changed? Oh, is it -1? Is that what we did here? Oh no, we don't need -1. We ruled that out, didn't we?
You're not changing J down in part 2, are you?
So, I reinitialized it,
Okay. Yeah, fine.
incremented it. I think I only executed that. Let me. Oh, this is a different data list.
That's my list.
That's your list. That's right. Yeah,
That's my list.
that would explain that. I think both lists are the same for part 1 and 2, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
They were
they
the same.
are. Oh, cool. Okay. Just highlight all that. Delete it. Yep, that's handy. I just pasted the link, not the actual numbers. Cool. Oh, fuck off. So what's J now? 1832. Yeah, that's what I entered. Let me look at my clipboard history. No, that's not what I entered. Let me go, but can I redo part 1 again? Oh, it tells me my numbers. Yeah, 1832, that was the correct number. Yeah, cool. And if I redo this should be 1858. Cool, sweet. Yeah.
There you go.
Have you snagged the code to put it in your repo or whatever you're going to do with it?
I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I will snag it. Mine, because I don't know what happens when the share ends.
Yeah. No, I got it in a little repo, my partial repo here. Little PowerShell one. Advent of code 2021. Oh, that's the current file I have open. Cool.
There you go.
Okay. Upload. Cool. That was fun. That was not too bad. That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Would you be up for doing another one with me this month?
I will do another one with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll work out offline like when we would do it and stuff. But that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, an hour. Hour's not bad.
I think the hardest thing for me is reading the instruction and ingesting the detail, and I feel like that's only going to get more interesting. So what I might do, maybe as the days go on, is peek at it in the morning, just to ingest the first part, because partly for the stream, right? I don't know if anybody ever actually watches it, but if they did, you don't want them to kind of sat there watching us look at the screen blankly, reading and failing to ingest the information for 20 minutes.
Meanwhile, they're screaming at their screen that we're being idiots. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's right. Cool. Okay. Let me stop the stream. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop the stream. Thanks for watching. If anybody did or will, probably not. Bye.
Never know.